Today I'm going to teach you how to set up a mixer, an equalizer, two speakers, a microphone, and an auxiliary cable to run music through. So first thing you want to do is hook up your mic with an XLR cable. There's two ends to an XLR cable. There's a male, there's a female. You have to plug the male into the mixer and choose a channel. We'll do one for now, and then you plug the female side into the cable, or the mic, sorry. Then take your record, plug it into line in channel 2, and then you can plug in a phone or whatever when you want to start playing music through it. When you want to if you want to run this sound into the equalizer, you take two XLR cables, plug the female into the left mix, and then you plug a male into one of these one of the channel inputs here. There's two here. You plug in, make sure you know which one you chose for left and which one you chose for right, because that's important when you hook them up to the speakers. You take another XLR cable, you plug the female into the mixer, and then you put it into another channel. Now the top is my right, and the bottom is going to be my left. Okay, now you take another XLR cable, you plug the female into one of these outputs. So this one is going to be my right, because it's on my top, so I plug it into my right speaker. Okay. Take my last XLR cable, aim it into the equalizer. This one is on my bottom channel, so it goes into my left speaker now. Try to keep your cables relatively separate so you know which one's which. Okay, so once you've got all these things hooked up, you start plugging in power cables so you can test them to make sure the sound is going to work fine. So plug it into a little power spot back here, shove it into the power bar. The power bar power, and the button on this is broken, so we just have to poke it with something. And then you turn on your mixer. Now, make sure everything's muted and stuff. All these buttons here, make sure everything's zeroed, because otherwise you could get a boom from the speakers. Even if they're not hooked up, you don't want to take any chances. Okay, so to test your mic, you unmute it, and you press this button that says PFL. It'll help you solo a channel, so you can test that one specifically. Put your mix up at 0. And then you take your mic, you turn up your gain, and then you turn it off. You speak into the mic to make sure the sound is working. Check here. If it goes into the orange zone, that's probably a little too much. So test, 1, 2, 1, 2, test. As you can see, I'm speaking a little bit and I'm getting something there. Test, 1, 2, 1, 2, test, and that's probably a good spot right there. So we've got our gain up to here. As you can see, it barely detects my voice when I'm back here. It's at a good spot though when I'm talking right up to the mic here. It's in a pretty good zone, so that's pretty good for the mic there. So you turn off the solo, you mute it again, and now you can plug in your phone, and you can test it. So we'll unmute channel 2 this time and solo channel 2. Put this up at 0. Make sure when you choose music that the volume on your phone is turned up all the way. Start playing it. Now you just start to adjust your gain until you see it's in a good spot. Alright, the gain is up all the way. It's hardly getting anything. That's not good. Maybe we can start adjusting this now. There we go. That's a little better. We're getting more. And okay, so I'm hardly getting anything. It could be the cable. All right. So as you can see, sometimes you don't get the best cables, and that's all I'm really getting. My volume is turned up on pretty much everything, so not quite sure why it's so low. But yeah, that's good for that. Mute it again, turn off solo, put everything back down to 0 just in case. The gain can stay up, it might as well. Or you know what, we should play it safe, yeah. Always good to turn things down. Alright, so now you can bring power to everything else, and we can start to see how everything sounds. So, again, power for your equalizer.
1, 2, 3, test, 1, 2, 3.
Turn it on once we get the speakers on. Make sure the volume on your speakers are down too before you plug them in. Make sure the power button is also off. Plug this last one in here. We should be good. Play some music. Stuff. Okay. So now, power up my equalizer. My lights should come on. Yep, it's on. Now, turn on my speaker. Okay. Turn them up just a little bit, not too much. Maybe just a little pinch, maybe like that. That's probably good right there. So now, turn my gain down a little. We can try out my mic. So test, 1, 2.
1, 2, test. So we're getting pretty good sound from our speakers now.
So our mic is working, that's fine. You can remute it. Now let's test out the auxiliary cord, see if it's as quiet as it was saying it was here. And if so, we can try to do something with that. Just I'll mute it and turn on my gain. So I'm getting music. It's not extremely loud. My gain's up all the way, so that's unfortunate. You can turn it up a little bit here, or here if you want to. Otherwise, it's sounding pretty good, so that's good. Yep. And yeah. So that's basically how you set it up. If you want to start to power everything down, pause your music, mute that, start to 0 everything, and now start by turning down the volume of the speakers, and then powering off the speakers. You can get your equalizer. Finally, your mixer. And then from there, you can just start unplugging everything. And that's basically how you set up 2 speakers, a mixer, an equalizer, a mic, and an auxiliary cable.